Okay, so this problem which we started yesterday. So find the least integer which when divided by 18, 24, 56 leaves a remainder 2. Now in this, what did we do first? We first found out LCM. Okay. Now we found out LCM. Yes or no? Now after finding out LCM, what did we do? We found out that one number which, one second. Okay, so we found out one number where that number which when divided by 18, 24 and 56, we got one, the remainder of 2. Now let us understand only this last part. Yeah, 504 is the LCM which we found, correct. Now the last conclusion what you're supposed to understand is when you take this 504 number, okay, and now how did we get LCM? One main point you're supposed to understand is the LCM number which you get, 504. This 504 number will not leave any remainder. It is completely divisible. So that is why you get that as an LCM number. Now in the question they're asking us clearly, find a number which leaves remainder 2. So, which simply means that, okay, which simply means that LCM 504, if I add 2 to this, okay, if I add 2 to this, that will become 506. Then this number 506 will leave a remainder 2 because this extra number added. Okay, in HCF, what did we do? We subtracted the remainder and then we found out HCF and then we got that number. That is how you solve under HCF. When it comes to LCM, first you have to find out LCM and then whatever remainder you want, because this is least common multiple. The full form of LCM is least common multiple. So it is the least number that you will get. So that is why whatever remainder you require, you're supposed to add that remainder to the LCM number to get the required number. Are you all able to understand? Did you all understand what I was trying to say? Yeah, I will repeat it, Aishu. Now in this problem, what is that which is happening is, it's an LCM problem. They have asked us to find out the least number, okay, which when we divide 18, 24, 56, we should not, we have supposed to get remainder 2. Now read the conclusion here, this one. Now, when 504 is divided by 18, 24, 56, we get no remainder. Because LCM is the least common multiple, which will not give us any remainder. Are you clear until that? When you divide 504, when 504 is divided by 18, 20, 24 and 56, let us find it out also. Let's not get confused so much. 504 divided by 18, how much you get? What is the answer you get? $28. Everybody got 28. So you're not getting any points. If you get a whole number, it means there is no remainder. Okay. Now, next, 504 divided by 24. What is the answer that you get? 504 divided by 24, 21. Everybody has got 21? Everybody has got 21. Good. Now, once again, 504 divided by 56. 9. Everybody has got 9. Now, if you see the reminders, they are whole numbers. You don't get anywhere, anywhere you don't get a point. Correct? So, which means that 504 number, okay, that can be divided by 18, 24 and 56 without any reminder. But according to the question, we are supposed to get reminder 2. 2 is supposed to be the reminder in each of the case when we divide them. So what we are going to do here is, for this 504, okay, for this 504, I am just going to add 2 because I want 2 as reminder. So what will be my required number be now? 506. Yes, 506 will be the required number. Now you're supposed to divide 506 by the 3 numbers. Do the actual division and check. Then you will find the 2 remainder. But did you understand why we got 506? Why did we add 2? Everybody understood? Everybody have to reply. Okay. Now let us solve one more problem, one more similar kind of problem with reminder, and then we will go to the new concept. Okay. Now going on further, find the least integer which when divided by 6, 10, 15, 30 leaves the remainder 2. Now here also in this case it is 2. To make it easier, we have taken this problem. Now what is the first step I am supposed to do? How do I start the problem? Given very good, six, 10, 15 and 30. Yeah, given numbers are 6, 10, 15 and 20. LCM of 6, 10, 15 and 30. Correct? Now can you all find the LCM? Yeah, correct. Given numbers are 6, 10, 15 and 20. Sorry, 30. Now find out the LCM using division method because it is easier and it is time saving. Okay, so we will start finding LCM. LCM already found. Good. So which number should I start with? I'll go with 2. Okay. We'll change the color here. 2 3s are 6. 2 5s are 10. I cannot do anything, but then 15 has to remain as it is. In case of 30, let me write it properly. In case of 30, I can take it as 15. 2 1s are 2 5s are. Then what is the next one? I can go with 3. 3 1s are 5. 3 5s are 15. 3 5s are 15. Then 5. 5 1s are 5 1s are 5 1s are. So LCM is equal to 2 into 3 into 5. 2 3s are 6. 6 5s are 30. So LCM is 30. Very good. You also got the required numbers. Good. You people are quite fast. Now, Let us write the conclusion. Now, when 30 is divided by, which are the three numbers that we had? Which were the three numbers that we had? 6, 10, 15 and 30, correct? 6, 10, 15 and 30. We get no remainder. You have to write this conclusion. 6, 10, 15 and 30, we get no remainder. Therefore, if the number 30, it's like you're explaining it, okay? If the number 30 is increased by 2, then it will leave a remainder of 2. Therefore, the required number is 32. Understood? The normal 30 that we got, it was not leaving any remainder. Now I add to this and then I get 32. So now I get a remainder of 2 when I divide them. Everybody understood, right? So, and one thing that you have to note in the problem is when they are saying least integer, calculate LCM. But the same thing when they are talking about highest integer, calculate HCF. Okay. Usually least integer is what? LCM, and highest integer is HCF. Clear? Can we go to the new concept? Yes. Now, the next concept under same HCF and LCM, I think probably the last concept here, okay, is when you have both LCM and HCF given, and there are quite different type of problems that we will be solving. Okay, not too complicated. We'll just understand each of them one by one. Now, firstly, the HCF and LCM of two integers are related by this formula. When they give you both HCF and LCM, how do you find the values? So first formula, this is one formula. Let's understand this. LCM into HCF is equal to product of integers. So let's take an example. We have 4 and 6. Okay. Example only. These are 4 and 6. Now let's say we are supposed to find the LCM of 4 and 6. Now can you say me what is LCM of 4 and 6? Calculate LCM of 4 and 6. Any method you can use, that is up to you. So what will be the LCM? 2 2s are 4, 4 3s are 12. Okay, LCM is 12. Now can you find the HCF of 4 and 6? I get 2 into 2 and then 2 into 3. So I can say HCF is 2. Yes. Now we got HCF as 2 and LCM as 12. So everybody remember this. HCF is 2 and LCM is 12. I'm going to clear this part of calculation. Now let us understand . Now let us understand this formula, first formula. Now what is LCM? 12. 12 into 2. LCM was 12, HCF was 2. And what were the integers that we took? 4 and 6. 4 and 6. Now find out the product. 4 6 are 24. 12 2s are 24. You're getting the same answer. That is the meaning of the first formula. Now out of this three data, LCM, HCF and product of integers, okay, LCM, HCF and product of integers, one of the data if they don't give us, say suppose they have not given us LCM, okay, then we will see how to find the values. Now we don't know what is LCM, okay. Now when we do not know what is LCM, let us see how the formula goes. We are going to keep the same product of integers. The product of integers remain as it is, and this HCF which had multiplication sign here, I am going to take it to the other side, okay. Is after is equal to, if I take it, I have multiplication sign one side. If I take it to the other side, it will become division. Understand this better? When I take when I have multiplication and I take it to the other side, it will change the sign completely. So it will become division. Suppose if I had plus here, and if I take it to the other side, it will become minus. If I had minus here and if I take it to the other side, it will become plus. Okay. If I have division in this side and if I take it to the other side, it will become multiplication. Clear? So if it is division, it changes to multiplication. If it is multiplication, it changes to division. If it is plus, it becomes minus. If it is minus, it becomes plus. That is the basic you have to remember. Okay. Now here what has happened? I have changed multiplication to the other side. So it becomes division. So HCF comes down. So product of integers divided by HCF. So this is second formula. You can either use first or second formula to solve the problems. Everybody understood? Okay. Now let us go to the problems. Okay. We'll go to the problem and they will solve one of the problem. Now read the problem thoroughly first. The sum of two numbers is, the sum of two numbers is 216, 216, and their HCF is 27. Now first let us assume few things here. Let the numbers be A and B. We don't know what the numbers are. They're just saying the sum of two numbers is 216. And the HCF of the numbers are 27, and we are supposed to find the numbers. Okay. Let the numbers be A and B. This is the first assumption. Now, when we are talking about HCF, okay, when we are talking about HCF, this 27 is common with both A as well as B. Yes or no? 27 will be common with both A as well as B. For people who did not understand, we will go back to our same, first one, 4 and 6. Now when you found the HCF, 2 2s are 2 1s are, 2 3s are 3 1s are, 2 into 2 for 4, and for 6 2 into 3. Here 2 was common in both of them. Correct? Now suppose say this is my number A and this is my number B. Now since 2 is common in both of them and my HCF is also 2, 2 is multiple of 4 and 6. Now I can write them as 2 into A and 2 into B. Can I write it like this? I have got HCF as 2. Now this 2 I am multiplying with A and I am multiplying it with B also. Everybody will agree with this? Did you all understand this part? So when you get a HCF, because it is the common factor, you can multiply that with the numbers that is being given in the question. Now since the numbers here are A and B for us, what we are going to do is we will multiply this with the HCF. So therefore numbers are 27A and 27B. Everybody will agree with this? 27A and 27B. Okay. Now we understood the numbers. Now what is the first information given to us? The sum of two numbers. Sum means addition. So sum of two numbers. Now the sum of two numbers is 216. Okay, sorry for the bad handwriting. Okay, then sum of two numbers is 216. So I can write it like this: 27A plus 27B is equal to 216. I can write it like this, right? Yeah. So 27A plus 27B is 216. Now just check if I can take out any common numbers. Any number is common? $27 is common. Good. 216 by 27 will give me 8. So I can take out 27 from the equation completely. Now if I take out 27 from the equation completely, 27 ones are. So I will have A only remaining. See, people who are not able to understand, what I'm doing is I'm dividing 27 from the whole equation. 27 divided by 27 divided by 27 divided by 27. Now what do I get? 27 by 27 I get 1A. Okay, so this 1 is not required to write, so I only will write A. Then 27 by 27 is 1 again, I get B is equal to 216 by 27 will give me 8. So this is my simplest form of equation. This was the first equation. Second one is the simplest form of equation. Yeah, correct. 216 by 27 is 8. Now, what are you supposed to find out? Until here, everybody understood before I continue? Okay, great. Let me add a page here. Now, what happened is I have a equation A plus B is equal to 8. Now, I have to find out in using the tables, I'm supposed to find out all the possible options where I can get 8. Okay. Now, let us check. Now, here, one second. I'm supposed to find out 8 when I add them. Now I have to get two numbers, right? When I add them. Now which all possibilities can I get where I can get the sum of 8? Something like this. 7 and 1. 7 plus 1 is 8. No, don't go with multiplication. Don't go with multiplication. Just go with addition. Yeah, 6 plus 2, 8. 3 plus 5, 8. Yeah, correct. 5 plus 3, 3 plus 5, anything is 4. Okay. 4 plus 4. Okay, that is also there. 2 plus 6, yeah, 6 plus 2 is done, 4 plus 4, 2 plus 6, yeah. Same things are getting repeated. The order does not matter, it's fine. Now we have 4 numbers. Now out of these 4 numbers, select the number which has only prime. 7 is a prime number, 1 is a prime number. So this one pair I have got full of prime numbers. Is 6 a prime number? Yeah, 7 and 1 is prime number, but 6 is not a prime number. So I will not go with option 2 because 6 is not a prime number. Okay, both the numbers should be prime. Then coming to 3 and 5. 3 is also prime number, 5 is also prime number. So we have another option. Then 4 is a prime number. Is 4 a prime number? No. Very good. So I have come down with the options. So I can only take 1, 2. I can only go with these 2 options. Now what am I supposed to do next is, let us check which numbers will suit us better. Now I have got 7 plus 1, 8. That is also okay. And then 3 plus 5 is equal to 8. This is also okay. So 2 numbers also will work. Now what is that we are supposed to do is, go back to your first formula, that is this 27a plus 27b is equal to 216. That also should be 3 and 5 suits well. Okay, we will see that. Okay, 27a plus 27b is equal to 216. Now please apply both option 1 and option 2 in this equation. Let us try. When a is equal to 7, b is equal to 1. 27 into 7 plus 27 into 1 is equal to 216. Please check if you will get the answer. What is 27 into 7? 189 plus 27. 189 plus 27 is 216. This also is coming. No problem. Let us use the same thing with other. When a is equal to 3, when a is equal to 3 and b is equal to 5, 27 into 3 plus 27 into 5. So what is 27 into 3? 216. 81 plus 27 into 5 is 135. Do you still get 216? Yes. Now the numbers out of these 2 numbers, okay, out of these 2 numbers, both we are getting the answer of 216. So I can either consider a to be, the numbers to be 81 and 135, or the numbers might be 189 and 27. So what you can do is, thus the required numbers are 27 and 189 or 81 and 135. You will get 2 answers here because we have found out the possibilities And when it comes to problems like this, it is okay to get 2 answers. So there's no problem with that. Do not worry too much. Okay. But when you multiply or divide and add and do anything, you should get back to the same numbers that is given in the question. That is very important. If you don't get that numbers, then any one will be the answer. Okay, so in this problem, we have got 2 answers. The number may be 27 and 189, that is A and B, or the number may be 81 and 135. Clear? Everybody understood? Any part you want me to explain it again? Anywhere? Good. Okay. Now, okay, this problem is going to take time. We'll do this in the next class, that is on Monday. So I hope you're able to understand whatever is done until now. Yes. Okay.